Hey guys, welcome back to another Posca video. So if you didn't catch my last video, we sketched out, if you see the sketchbook on the left, we tested out how the pens swatched on that sketchbook paper, and in this video we are testing out on watercolour paper and seeing how the pens differ on each paper, and there are a few interesting differences that I noticed on both sheets. So if you are interested in how the pens work, if they are worth buying, what this pastel set looks like, then definitely keep watching and we'll make some art. And also, once you have finished this video, don't forget to go and check out part 1. I will leave it in the description and at the end of the video. So I think now we've got our swatches, we should try and draw something. I think I'm going to sketch a koi fish. I feel like this little snouty part of the face looks a bit more like a catfish, but hey, we're rolling with it. Alright, so we've got these little bits at the front, which again makes it look like a catfish, but anyway. I'm now realizing I probably should have got a black in a 1M, although now that I say that, I think they were out of stock, which is why I got the 5M, because I'm looking at these eyes and the little stringy tentacle-y bits, like it's not a tentacle, but you know what I mean. These bits would benefit from the 1M rather than the 5M, because that will make it a little bit trickier. Okay, so we got our koi fish, so we'll see. Maybe I should test this before. Let's do that now. And put some lines on our page and see. Pens cover it. So that was an interesting little sort of tester to see that some of these you can see through the lines and some you can't. Actually, as it dries you can just very slightly see, so I think if you went over it you would definitely not see the sketches. I feel like I want to do coral for the body, then let's do some testers. So we got coral for the body. What if we added yellow? I'll make a tester patch, and once that dries we'll draw over, draw over the top of it. Should try and fit in the aqua somewhere. Wonder if go around it. Or do we want the blue around it? Maybe we want the blue around it. Maybe we do a little mock-up of our little fish. Do we want the aqua as its fins, or do we want, let's do two. This one has the tail. But on this one, that's actually rather interesting. But how does it go if we add the blue around it? So that one's still drying, so I'll do this one for now. So this one, definitely the fish pops with the coral color against the blue, but this one even though I thought it was really interesting having the aqua as the fins, you really lose the fins against the blue. So either we can't do this one, or we line it with maybe the silver. Looks a tad strange. What if we lined it with the white? Let's color the whole thing in. Test over the top. So we get a white in the 1M. This one was a 1M as well. Looks chunky here, but we have to remember that this fish is going to be bigger. So we'll go to the top of this one and test it. It is getting watery actually. Ooh, and it's blue, and it's blue. Must not have been dry enough. Perhaps. But luckily I can just draw it out. So I suppose that's something. Or we could try our black and be really careful. But of course it is a bit tricky. I think it would ultimately look the best with the black, but the black's a little too chunky. Alright, so let's just do some testers on here first. Actually, this one would be dry by now, so let's see what our yellow looks like over the top. So, yellow does look good. So, that could work. Other colors, or should we maybe just stick with that for now? But let's line this little fish, see. Yeah, it's not really getting... This one must just have been wet still, because I'm not really getting the color leak on the brush for that one. That does look actually quite cool. And what if... do a little lily pad. Give that a smidge to dry while we test out this one a little more. I feel like... I don't know, this one just feels different for some reason, that's why I was just testing it out, but... Gold is interesting. I don't really know if these metallics go with our illustration per se. Unless we did a little... Maybe we could use it for little dots. I still think this lily pad is just a touch dry, but we're gonna go in anyway. I'm not entirely sure what a lily pad, like, they kind of have that sort of thing going on. I don't know, does that look cool? Kinda, yep. So if we did that in there, I think we got something going on here, so maybe let's jump into the big fish and see where we go from there. I might just draw in some lily pads to start with. This paper is definitely not pilling that much, even with the texture. And the 5M is pretty good for coverage, drawing in large spaces, so we add one more little. Draw in our crayfish. We can just slightly see the sketches underneath with this colour, with just one sort of swatch over. I think it's time that we try these little sweets. I think I'm gonna have the banana, because I haven't had one of these in, I don't know, since I was a kid. It's a lot softer than I remember, but it's tasty. Okay, so we'll let the koi fish dry a little bit. I think the lily pads are dry. So we wanted the yellow to go on the big splotches. Do we want gold little, like gold for the little splotches and yellow for the big splotches? Might be interesting. But silver for the little splotches. No, I think oh, it's not gold, sorry. The bronze. Bronze having a bit more colour, I think. Let's go with that one. Do we want bronze for the little squiggles? Actually, let's do that. Bronze for the squiggles. Do we want maybe some bronze on the fins? I think while we wait, we'll start colouring in the background. So how far do we want to go? Maybe let's leave a border. Should have thought of this before. I can't put my hand on the wet paint. It certainly takes a little bit of time to colour in the background even with a 5M. So I suppose that's something to keep in mind on the size of your illustrations. See, it was like starting to get a little bit streaky, so I just kind of pumped it a bit again, and it's flowing nicely once again. So we'll see how this all looks when it dries, if it's streaky or if it dries just one flat color. I can see that there is bits of the pilling on the page, so that just could be the paper, or it could be me going over and over a bunch of times. So we'll see how that goes when it dries, and we'll move on to the yellow. So we're taking the sunshine yellow. I'm gonna follow in the, if you can see, there's some of the sketch marks still on the page. So now we're just gonna follow those. So there's just the tiniest hint of orange left on this. So maybe that is a thing that it just transfers, but you can easily get it off. Wonder what yellow against bronze looks like, or if we want, oh, wrong cap, bronze inside the yellow, because we can do that here. But we'll let that dry, and then we'll put the bronze over the top of the yellow once that dries. We'll keep going here in the meantime. I feel like with the yellow, you kind of have to go over it a few times. Maybe if there's just a smidge yellow, we could test it out anyway. While that yellow dries, I will just go around our lily pads. I can see it's jumping just a little bit because the paint kind of splattered, I guess, there. The pen is jumping over this textured paper because it is that hard nib. I have to go back over with the blue there because I want a bit thicker than I want. See there again, it jumped and it makes that funny little, that funny pattern because it jumped over the textured page. So I need to try and not put the pen down too hard for this one end at least. I mean, it sort of looks interesting. I feel like we're kind of taken away from the true gold though. So maybe we test that out here. Then again, I feel it is slightly better somehow with the yellow. I was gonna go over this, wasn't I? That worked pretty well. I feel like coverage going over the other pens worked quite well because these are quite opaque. So we'll jump back in with our yellow and try and just do it very lightly. Oh, you know what? Oh no, it is there. This other little fin, you can hardly see it. Bring that out a bit more. Okay, so... Oh, no, wrong size. We want the 1M in white. And we're going to go around and line our koi fish. Now I don't quite know what we're going to do for the eyes. Maybe a white? I don't think that's really what we want to do. How was I doing that one? I think that black's gonna be way too thick. We could maybe try the bronze. Alright, I'm gonna test out this 0.4 millimeter marker. That's what it looks like, so I'm just going to not bad. I think Definitely looks a little, like, not dark enough compared to, like, say this. I mean, next to it it's okay, but it dries a little grey and not quite as opaque and potent as we want it. So I definitely think I need to get my hands on a 1mm in the black, but I think it helped do its job. Definitely, that was the right move. Now to go in with our bronze little spots. Actually, where's that white? Because I did have some little bits of texture there. So I might go in with some little splotches of the white. Maybe some streaks as if it's swimming through the water. I think we'll leave it there. So that's our little koi fish with our 12 different color Poscas. We got 2 metallics. We've got the rest in 5Ms, apart from the white. I think definitely as a beginner pen, 5M is what you want to start with. It's a good medium. Oh, sorry. No, it is a good medium, but it's a good middle ground, the size-wise. Would I recommend these pens? Yeah, definitely. I think if you like markers, you'll enjoy it. If you like paint, you'll enjoy it. It's obviously the combination of the two. I think you have to learn how to use it, as all mediums, but it's definitely fun. And we'll do some more testing it out in another video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and comment what other little creatures you want me to draw with the Poscas, and we'll keep exploring this new medium. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and share, it really helps me out. If you want to keep up to date with more stuff that I'm doing, I am the most active over on Artful, but I am also on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye!